What's going on, guys? Welcome to my video. If you're new, I'm Meta Pro, and here I am bringing you the best classes that you should be using for Warzone 2.0, as this is the first season of it. Alright, I'm telling you right now, those guns that I'm gonna have out for you is highly recommended. You're gonna be beaming kids, you're gonna be dominating, etc, etc. Before we get to the video, drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, ring the bell for more post notifications. Feel free to join my Discord. You can share your classes, build a community, as we just getting started. All right, let's get straight to the video. First thing first, Tag 56, Fennec 45. The main meta guns you should be using right now. I'm gonna try my best to break down everything. Pretty much half of the different guns is gonna have the same type of suppressor, just different names and more reputable for you to use. So we're gonna start off with the Tag 56. Now mainly majority of the ARs you should be using the VLK 4.0 optics. If you are comfortable without the optics, then you can change it by adding a rear grip, stock, or a laser for ADS-B, or if you want, you can add ammunition to help with your ARs. But for me, I'm going to be using the VLK 4.0 optic for the Tag 56. Next is going to be the 17.5 100 Pro barrel. For ARs, you're gonna need the long range barrel. Obviously, it's the same exact thing as the last Warzone. It's very important you have long range bullet velocity, so your damage range can be very effective. You shouldn't have to care too much about your aim speed with your AR. Now, for the tuning, you can tune it out wherever you want it to be. For that particular barrel, I would recommend to tune it all the way for the damage range. Next is going to be the muzzle. For the muzzle, I'm going to be using the Echoless 80. It's going to help with sound suppression, bullet velocity, furthermore, damage range, and recoil smoothness. Again, you do not need to care about aim speed when it comes to AR. Now, if you do not want to use suppressor, I would recommend you using the X10 Havoc 90. This is another very good muzzle that you can use for furthermore recoil control, and then you can tune it to the max. Next is going to be the FSS Shark Fin 90. Now, I find it to be the best because you don't get any cons. You don't want your AR to be a super duper slow, so the only pros you're going to be gaining is the aiming idle stability. As you can see, as I'm hovering to the upper under barrels, you're just going to be losing walk speed, or walk speed and aim speed. Aim speed, I don't find it necessary for you to lose furthermore. You need aim speed for your ARs. So FSS Shark Fin 90 is the best option for all of your ARs and SMGs. 40 round mags. You're not gonna survive over just 30 mags unless you're just that guy. Next is the Fennec 45. Again, some of the features can be the same. Now the Fennec is a little different. The barrel that I'm using blocks the muzzle. This is because it gives the damage range, and this is a suppressor. So this is the Fennec cover force. Sound suppression, damage range, hip fire accuracy, and bullet velocity. You just use an ADS-B. Again, FSS Shark Fin 90. Now here's the reason why hollow point that I will also recommend you using. First of all, shout out to Chains Feeds. He recommended me to use that first, and I'm telling you right now, it helps a lot. It helps a lot. It slows down your enemies. You don't want your enemies to be escaping if you're in a close range gunfight and he's trying to run, get covered to play himself up. No, screw that. You on them, you booming. Simple as that. So 45 auto hollow point is recommended for a majority of SMGs. I don't think I tune it. It's not necessary to tune it. Let's get back to that barrel real quick. I don't think I tune it. I tuned it just a little bit. 0.28. I don't think it's necessary. You tune it by a lot. 45 magazines. Again, you do not need. Just relied on 30 bullets or 25, whatever how much the actual gun starts off. And then Fennec rubber grip, you need that for your ADS-B. Very important. But unfortunately, you cannot customize your perk packages, as I do hope for the next update that they will be doing pretty soon, that they do add the option for you to customize it, because you was able to customize your perks back at the original Warzone. I think it absolutely sucks that you can't customize your perks. You have to select these. Next is going to be Minibak and STB. Now this time we're just going to cover the guns only, as I've already covered the tactical, the lethal, and the perk package. So we're just going to be covering the guns. Now the Minibak and the STB are going to be another main dominant guns for you to be using. So let's give it the STB. Pretty much just the same thing, just a different name, like I said earlier. 24.4 Ruin S620. This is a long range barrel, and this helps with the bullet velocity. You need that. I don't think I tune it. I just tune it a little bit. I didn't tune it too much. Again, I have a suppressor barrel. I didn't tune this at all. Again, FSS Shark Fin 90. I have BLK 4.0 optic and 42 round mag. Then we have the Minibak, again, hollow point. I can't really pronounce this, but this is a suppressor barrel. I'm just gonna call it SA99. It's a suppressor barrel, back 9, 279 barrel. You need that for long range and a little bit more of bullet velocity. And this one is gonna be a little different than you guys. Some of you guys would choose stock for you to use on your SMGs, but for me, the reason I choose the canted Vibro .7 because you can cater, you can canter your gun a little bit. I personally like that iron sight. Gives you more of a sprint to fire speed, aim down speed, and aiming stability. Next is the custom 3 loadout. I have the RPK, NFL 46. Keeping in mind, this is going to be the only LMG that I'm going to be using on Warzone. I wouldn't personally recommend other LMGs. I try to grind for it. I only got 2 golds out of it. Other LMGs is just hot dog awful. So again, you need the TAC 597 barrel. This is a long range barrel and it helps with the bullet velocity. I don't think, did I tune it? I did not tune it at all. I'm rocking a suppressor. This is called a Polar Fire S. For this particular, because this is pretty good with, wait, why am I rocking that? BLK optic. You need that. Now this one is gonna be a little different because this has an okay recoil control. So for me, I will rock the high velocity. Now I did not tune this at all. This is gonna help more of a bullet velocity, easier for you to control as you already have these 2 particular muscles and a barrel that's going to be helping you with the recoil control. So for me personally, of this LMG, I do not prefer to use the underbarrel. And lastly is going to be the ST70 grip. This is going to help you with the flinch resistance. Next is the Vel 46. Again, another dominant SMG barrel. Now this one is a little different. I am not using a barrel on this gun. I'm using the VLK laser. That's gonna help you with the aim speed. I'm rocking a muscle that's gonna help with smoothness of the suppression, and I think this helps with the damage range. Yeah, this helps with the damage range and bullet velocity. Pretty much the same thing as other muscles. This is called the X10 RR40. Again, FSS Shark Fin 90, again hollow point, and you're going to be using the soldier grip. Ups on loadout number 4, I got the Vaznev and the M4. Now these are going to be a little different as they both are going to be dominant as well. This is the only AR that I personally like, the iron sight, so I'm not going to be using any optics. For the barrel, again, high tower. This is going to help with the long range and the bullet velocity. I think I tuned it right. I just tuned it up to 0.26. If you don't like how it feels, then just tune it all the way to the damage range. Again, I'm rocking a suppressor, the Echoless 80, FSS Shark Fin 90, bullet velocity. Tune it to 6.68. I think this is the perfect amount that you need. You don't want to lose too much of your damage of your gun. And for me, I personally recommend this 60 round. Next is the Vaznev 9K, as this is the best SMG for multiplayer in my eyes. So this is also going to be different for Warzone. All right, I don't think I tuned this. I just tuned it a little bit. This is the long barrel. They call it the SA Response 3. I'm not going to be using any muscle for this particular gun. Again, FSS Shark Fin 90. 9mm hollow point, 45 round mag, and lastly ADS speed. Again, you need ADS speed for your SMGs. They call it true tack grip. And lastly, FSS Hurricane. Now personally, this is a little different, but this is because some of the ground loot ARs are actually decent. If you find an AR that has like 5 attachments and it hits, then you won't necessarily need that particular perk that I just told you about, the weapon specialist. For that, I have Inspector. That way you get like a double time, the tracker, spotter, and you're gonna be able to have ghosts, so you won't be detected when someone calls in advance or the regular UAV. So let's get with the FSS Hurricane. All right, I'm gonna be using the long barrel. That's gonna help you with the long range and bullet velocity. Now the muscle is a little different. What I have here is the Ruin Pendulum. It's gonna help you with the vertical recoil and horizontal. I don't think I tune it. I did not tune it. I don't think it's necessary to tune it. Again, you need hollow point, FS Shark Fin 90, so you don't lose comms, and you need the Phantom grip for your ADS speed. You're gonna lose just about a chunk piece of recoil control and flinch resistance, but this is a particular main SMGs that you're gonna need for close range gunfights. Plus, this has a good mag, so there's going to be no magazine listed. It's one of the best SMGs for multiplayer as well. And then I just have the P890. I do not have any attachments for that. That's just because I am not going to be using it for Warzone. This is just for a substitute for when I have a good ground loot ARs or LMGs that I could just easily swap in. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the top 5 class that I recommend you use. Again, if you enjoy the videos, drop a like, subscribe, ring the bell for more post notifications. Happy Warzone, guys. I'll see you in the next video.